let's venture into the third section. Third section. How do we do this? How do we do it practically? I'm out there, I'm on a date, I want to know what to do. First things first, there are some make it or break it's. I'm not interested in taking a guy who's not ready, doesn't realize he's ready, and wish to get married now, and turn him into one. That's a lot of work. That's too much work. If this is what you wish to do, you're welcome to do so. But I don't know how to direct you to do it because nobody here is 18. I don't know. Let me take it back. Anybody here 18? 22. 22. 7 years ago. I was 22. Okay? So we don't go out there trying to turn a guy into a husband. If you want to try to turn a boy into a man, good luck. I don't have time for it. As a man, I'm looking for a woman. As a woman, I'm looking for a man. Not a boy in a big body. Okay? So right off the bat, yeah, I put it on my profile. I'm looking for a husband. I wish to get married and get on websites. There are for getting married. I talk to shatchanim, matchmakers, that deal with people who are looking to get married. You can't scare off a person by asking him if he's looking for a wife, if he's looking for a wife. That's how you scare off a person. You scare off a boy by asking him if he's looking for a wife. Are you looking for a boy? So scare him off.
From the start. Are you looking for...
From the profile in the dating webpage. It's a start. You don't even get to start. Why start? Why bother? You want to know how the first 7 minutes of conversation went on my first date with my wife? Very simple. I pick her up. I know nothing about her. All I know is her name is Karen. Okay? Pick her up. We're in my new car. Just bought it. Driving down to a restaurant. We park. We get out. Ask her, hey, what are you doing in LA? You've got people who moved and people who came to travel. So look, I'm traveling through. I went through New York, Canada. I'm doing a little bit, working for a little while here. Kindergarten assistant. Next sentence out of my mouth is, look, I don't want to give off the wrong intentions. You seem really great, pretty, smiling and all, but I'm really kind of done with the whole dating thing. I'm looking for a wife. How long are we on a date for? Not 3 minutes. But why start off something that's not going to lead anywhere? You know, because she's just traveling through LA. Is she going to stop and marry me? How's that going to work? So to be honest, I'm also kind of done with the relationship thing, dating thing. I'm looking for something serious too. I said something serious, marriage or something serious like a heart attack or a shark in the water. What kind of serious are you looking for? He says, no, marriage. I said, serious. And what about the fact that we're in LA, your family is in Israel? He says, you know, no big deal. If I get along with him and we connect and I get to know his family, then his family becomes my family. I'm like, serious? She says, yeah. I said, order something. We'll be here for a while. We got something to talk about. I can't scare off somebody who's looking for the same thing that I'm talking about. And the ones who I'm going to scare off, I want to scare off. That's a good thing. Okay? It's like telling people that you're a cop. But what if you're going to scare off the rapists?
But you know that even usual people.
Do you want to scare off the rapists?
Like me, I would have been scared by the police, by the police, you know, and I didn't do anything. So.
That's why my wife did not tell me that her father is a cop. Exactly that is why. Until after I proposed. Then I asked her, by the way, what do your parents do? So she started with her mother. Oh, my mother? My mother takes care of a baby. She's a nanny. Oh, great. What does your dad do? He's a cop. Can I take back my offer for marriage? Okay, we get the idea? Yeah, I mean, you want to scare off some people.
לא, האמת היא שזה מאוד נכון. זאת אומרת, אם בן אדם הוא לא פושע, נגיד אתה רוצה אתה לא פושע, אתה רוצה עכשיו להשכיר דירה. אז אין לך מה להכפיל. אז אם מישהו שואל אותך, אם יש לך, נגיד, לדעת מה, יכולת לתת ערבות בנקאית או צ'קים או כאלה, לא אמורה לך להיות לך בעיה?
נכון.
יש לך בעיה?
נכון, what she's saying is basically, a normal person who's got nothing to hide, or at least nothing major to hide, won't be scared. So this is step number one. Question is, now how do I get into their insides? How do I know what's hiding inside? Order of priorities, will to grow, so on and so forth. The answer is, for the first 2 dates, what do? I break their guards. You see, people come on a date, it's a show. They're not real. And if you think they're not real, but you're real, I've got news for you, you're also not real. It's a natural reaction. This frozen tense of putting up a show, it's a natural reaction. Right before we started, the cameraman told me, hey, when you put a camera on a guy and he's not used to it, he acts differently. Even when he's used to it, he acts differently. Say there? So much for reality TV, right? But let's say that you put a camera, so this is what we do. We put 10 cameras on a guy in a meeting, right? On a date, holy moly, it's so difficult. So we start acting out. How do we break it down? Very simple, with some humor. Make him laugh. Joke around, smile at them. Make him feel happy, make him feel secure, make him feel handsome or beautiful. Make him feel smart. When their ego rises, the walls drop. That's all you need. You don't need to go dancing. You don't need to watch a movie. It's not going to help you. You don't even need alcohol. Your brain will intoxicate itself when you compliment and boost somebody's ego. A lot of humor. Doesn't matter what they say. Doesn't matter what they say. You know, I killed and burned the village. Oh, really? How was it? Did you barbecue as well? You know, just flow with it. You don't have to marry them. You don't have to marry them. Do you have to marry them? No. Why ruin the mood? Enjoy the date. Go home, then decide. People are sitting on a date trying to determine now if they're going to marry the person. What for? You're on a date, have fun. Go home and start thinking about your conversation. Start reading between the lines. Don't arrive at any conclusion. You're only going to have yellow lights turning on. Okay? He mentioned that it took a couple of years to go traveling through South America. Yellow light, let's see what he was looking for in South America. And then you come next time. And the same thing all over again. And you go into new conversations. You talk about fun. You talk about experiences in life. You talk about friends. You talk about choices you made. Come home. Read between the lines. Cross-reference with the first meeting. That's how you get to know a person.
It's not direct questions.
Direct questions will give you the answer they think you want to hear. Okay? The only way that you get an honest answer is if they honestly don't care about you. Okay? But then they're not going to want to marry you, so everything is out of the window anyway. Say that? And that's how we move it. And that's how we process dating communication, dating talks. It's not about how much fun you have. It's not about chemistry. That you build. My wife and I don't share anything in common. We have very different taste in humor. Very different taste in humor. We can't stand each other's taste in music or art. Even food, we like mostly the different things. friends, different kind of friends, vacationing, trips. So we're not supposed to have a good marriage, are we? Because marriage is all about fun and trips and music and food. Right? That's marriage.
No, but it would be easier if you guys had a common ground.
That's right, sweetie. We don't manage on money. We can't agree on children's education. We can settle on how we're going to raise our family. But look, Frank Sinatra. Isn't this a great marriage? Right. Right. A hamburger with ketchup. Who cares about the children's education? Are you serious?
Well, if you have common ground, you also see things in the same perspective. So.
Right. Right. Sweetie, you see how beautiful the ocean is? Now, don't you agree we need a flat screen TV and you one in the house? Don't you agree? Come on. Come on. Who needs college fund for the kids? Come on. Look at the view. No, marriage doesn't work this way. Mamash lo. It's like, look, we raised the kids, Baruch Hashem, beautifully together, or at least we're trying to. Great Shabbat table. We support each other through our personal difficulties. You're going to continue having personal difficulties in your marriage as well. You know that. We know our boundaries. We know where not to go into. We support each other through financials. Now here's a pair of headphones. Listen to your own music. I'm going to listen to mine. That's a great marriage. You want to go to the museum? Amazing. Which one of your girlfriends are you going to take with you? While me and my boys are going to go off-road bike riding? That's what a marriage is. You get the idea? That's what you read between the lines. We get? This is what I read between the lines. Where are the order of priorities? Not fun. Fun has got nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with it. If we have the same goal, we're connected. If we don't have the same goal, we're not connected. You don't believe me? Look at the sport event. Two people, complete strangers, nothing in common. But right now, they share a goal for this team to win. Aren't they the best friends? As long as the goal exists. Once the game is over, they can kill each other over the parking spot. But right now, Maccabi, yeah, right? Same goal, support each other, bond. You like Maccabi? Yeah. You like Maccabi? Yeah. Frank Sinatra? No, you can't be my friend. Is that how it works? Now, it's craziness to see the same team as a goal, but let's imagine. We follow? That's how we run things. I was on a third date. How much fun do you think we had? Didn't matter. When I realized her taste in music, I invested in good headphones. Okay? This is basically how we do it. We read between the lines. I try to find out who's sitting in front of me, what's behind it, what makes them tick. I don't care which profession you choose. I want to know why. You understand the idea? You went traveling through Europe? Great. What did you take within you? What did you take from Europe? What did it give you? You get along with your family? It's okay. Are you doing anything to fix it? We understand? These are the things that make or break people. These are the things that make or break marriages. This is what builds us. It's not the nonsense. People sit there discussing political views. Okay, let's say you hold one political view and you like another. What have you done about it? What do you mean, what have I done about it? Didn't you see me put the paper in the box? Have you done anything else? I waited in line. So yeah, kapa. So what do I care what your political views are? You do nothing about it. Right? As ma akhpat li, you can be from any political. My wife and I has yet, in 14 years of knowing each other, 13 years of marriage, had a single political discussion.
You didn't have one?
Never.
Because you guys are so different in your views?
Never cared. No idea what our political views are. What difference does it make to us building a home? We're building a family. We're building a family. What do I care? Let's say we agree that the United States should bomb Iran. Which one of us is going to fly the plane? Me or her? Okay. So what? Let's say we agreed. Let's say she convinced me. I said, okay, you convinced me. I'm going to go talk to, who's the president there now? Obama. I'm going to go talk to Obama. There's a great 2 hours wasted of our life. If we want to have fun, let's have fun.
Sometimes politics serve like social justice issues and become
Which you do absolutely nothing about and stay a bum watching TV. What does it serve? It serves a way to waste time and not get to know each other. Don't get to know me. Get to know my political views. I don't want to know your political, I want to know you. You as a human being. No. Let me hide behind music, behind political views, behind career. No, don't hide behind anything. Let me see you. You ask a person, who are you? He says, I'm Dr. XYZ. And who are you? I'm Coach Paz Laghai. Nice to meet you. I didn't ask you what you do for a living. I asked, who are you? Who are you? It's not a big philosophical question. I'm Paz Laghai. I mean, it's that simple. I need to hide behind my academic title. We get the idea? I need to hide behind my job title, my family, my social title. Lama, I want to know you. That's a date. How many dates do you need to get to know a person? A year? 2 years? Okay? Remember the average IQ? Even the people below the average don't need a year. If we date right. If you want to waste time, you can waste 7 years easily. You can even live with each other. Continue discussing the latest movie and your girlfriend from work and your friend from the gym. Just do anything not to talk about yourselves. Look, I've got 17 subjects to choose from. You can choose any of them. Me is not on the list. And you can spend years like that. Lama. Am I not worth enough to be able to put myself on the table and assume people are going to want to buy this? I asked the person once, what are you worth? He told me about 200,000. And he wasn't kidding. You see, that was the sad thing. He wasn't kidding. He meant it. I'm worth about 200,000. I said, that's exactly how you measure a cow, by what it can produce. Right? So the moment you stop producing, are we going to also put you to sleep? And that's what they do. Once they retire or lose their job, they go into depression and they put themselves to sleep. I'm worth a little more than a cow. I'm not only what I produce, I am Paz Laghai. And I have self-worth. And I'm not afraid to show it, because if it doesn't suit you, it's perfectly fine. You get the idea? When I break out my flashlight and we're looking for a battery and we pull out a battery and it doesn't fit, which one of them gets offended? The battery or the flashlight? Which one is hurt? Why not? But they didn't make it out. They couldn't make it work. Because they don't have any feelings? Get out. Why neither of them gets hurt? Because it's perfectly fine. I've got a flashlight that suits me, and I've got a battery that suits me. It's perfectly fine to be me. And if it's not suitable for you, it's a good thing to find out now. And not 10 years into the marriage with 3 kids and a cat and a mortgage. Right? So here I am. I don't want to know about the makeup and the outside. It's called in Hebrew taf'orah. The external beauties. I want to know about the internal beauty of you. Put yourselves on the table. Don't be afraid. You know what's going to happen immediately when you're open and honest?
Yeah, the side you don't.
That's right. They don't last long. They become open and honest as well. Okay? My wife was shocked. In the first 2 hours of our relationship, she knew everything to know about me. By the time we stood under the chuppah, there were no surprises. You know what happened with her? 2 hours into a relationship with her, she shared with me things no one knew. She knows a guy for 2 hours, she tells me things no one has ever known. Why? Chazal say, "K'mayim panim el panim, kach lev ha'adam el ha'adam." As you see your reflection in the water, that's how people's heart reflect off of each other. You come with an open heart, and you will receive one as well. Thank you very much. We will now, thank you. I would like to thank again both the Brut organization, Jonathan for making this happen, Ohad for making this technically happen extremely well, B'li Ayin Hara, Baruch Hashem, and for making these events possible, because this is how I got here. I was going to the same lectures out in LA. Well, they're not the same, but very close. And this is how I discovered what people, my teachers, my parents, my family, the educational system was supposed to teach me my whole life and didn't. This is what makes life it. And we owe it to these people who are sacrificing their time, their money, their specialities for very, very, very little pay, at least in reference to what they can do, because they believe in what they do. The whole team I know is Baalei Tshuva. We all made this path, and we'd like to help others join us in this great, happy path. So we're going to take a 10-second break. We're going to count from 10 back to 1. And then we're going to start a very short, brief question-answer session. Right? Here we go.
How do you, when you go on a date or interview in general, how do you ask a question and not sound like you're interrogating someone?
Excellent question. How do you not do the Gestapo thing? Right?
Something like that.
Very good. The answer is you got to do several things. First, you got to keep a smile going, a genuine smile. 2, you've got to find something good in the person you're talking to and express it. Because only then are you my friend. Until then, you could potentially be my enemy. 3, You really want to bond with me? You're asking in order to connect? Go ahead and share something of your own first. Now go ahead and ask a question. And if you're smart, you won't ask it directly. You ask in the general vicinities and we'll start a conversation and it'll flow in that direction. That's how you do it without sounding like you're interrogating the other person. But if you show up and you're all tense, and I don't care why you're tense. Maybe you're tense because of traffic. Take a 5-minute break, go sit somewhere. Have a glass of wine, relax. But don't come in tense. But if you show up tense, and you're all busy about not sharing anything about yourself, because you don't want to be vulnerable, and you're busy asking questions, you're going to sound like somebody from the Mossad, and nobody's going to want to answer you any questions. Okay?
Thank you.
My pleasure. We're good? No questions?
No, we talked about this attraction stuff that you said it doesn't have a big role in the first date.
Nachon.
Can you express it?
Yes. Attraction, much like our free choice, has a scale. There's a 0 in the middle. That's like looking at your brother or sister. 0. They're nice looking, but there is nothing there. There is unattractive and there is attractive. Anything above 0 is enough to get a ball going. I didn't say it's not important. I said it's not high on the order of priorities. It's got to be something above 0. From now, you've got to build it. Now, why is this enough? Let me explain the misconception. Okay? It goes like this. We were taught that we're animals. Okay? And believe me, the university teachers who taught it to me, yeah, they're very convincing because they live it. They are animals. Okay? They live like this. They're animals. They justify whatever they do because that's the way I am. Okay, that's the way you are, but go ahead and change. They have no will and no knowledge of how. So they stay animals. We are all born animals. I agree with that. I agree with that. We're all born animals. Adam pera'ayr yivaled. We're born animals. The question is, what do we do from there on? Now, we can either do external education or internal change. External education is like an animal training. I can train a dog to sit nicely, but he's not nice at all. He's just afraid. Okay? The moment you remove the fear factor, what do you do the moment the police goes on strike? You see the animal in people. Right? Okay. Now, if I'm an animal, then there's nothing I can do to change me. So there's a basic attraction that I feel when I first meet my partner. And from there on, from that minute on, it's downhill. Okay? So, we learned that there is this thing called physical attraction. Physical attraction decays. How much? Almost down to a normal standard 0. Yeah, almost to it, to an average. I call the average 0. Within 6 months of marriage, which is why 90% of divorces happen when? Within a year. Because it takes time to process the papers. Technically, they happen 6 months into the marriage. I'm not kidding. You're talking to a marriage counselor. This is what I do for a living. You get the idea? I'm not a speaker. I am a speaker, but I only come to speak in order to reduce my workload. The more you people know, the less people I get in my office. So please learn and do what I tell you so we don't have to meet privately.
Sounds like a bad business proposition.
It's okay, believe me, I could use some time. Okay? If I have to bring my daughter to work, you understand I don't have any free time. You get the idea?
Yeah.
So what do we do now? Now we need to build the attraction. Well, there are 2 more levels of attraction. Level attraction number 2 is who this person is and what they do for me. Okay? Do they make me feel smart? Do they make me feel beautiful? This is how you stay attractive in the eyes of your husband. Make him feel smart, beautiful, appreciated. Make him feel like a king. Okay? See the beauty in him. We love the people, we find attractive the people who see the beauty within us. Okay? And the opposite is also true. You can meet a drop-dead gorgeous guy. And I come and I whisper in your ear, he's Hitler's grandson. How much attraction is left? Why? Anything changed?
Yes.
What? Just the knowledge. You understand the idea? Your vision, the way you look at him. Well, the opposite is true. Look at the positive things within him, and he'll become more attractive in your eyes. And the strongest element, the deepest element of attraction is what you sacrifice for them. Why do you think a mother believes that her son is beautiful? Some of them are ugly. But she believes, she invested 9 months, cramps, her whole body deformed, then contractions, her whole body is tearing apart, blood everywhere. Whatever comes out of her, she's in love with him. He could look like a monkey. And sometimes they do. Okay? He's so beautiful. You get the idea? What we sacrifice them. Why do you think people not only like their dogs, they believe their dogs are beautiful? Because it's sacrifice for them. They give up money, they give up time, they go for walks in the snow, uphill, both ways, you know. Why? They sacrifice for them. They believe they're beautiful. Even the ones who had the pet forced upon them, they didn't even want the pet. And they told you he's an ugly pet. But what can we do? The children wanted him. 3 years later when he dies, oh, he was so good, he was so beautiful, you know. What happened? I sacrificed for them. That's how you build attraction. Fair? Good? No more questions?
Signs that I found a good partner, a good potential partner. That someone that is in front of me can be my real life partner. I'm not going to say the one because I don't believe in the one, but someone that can be a good, reliable, and good life partner. Simple as that.
Okay.
What are the signs?
Some of the signs to know that you're standing in front of a good life partner is somebody who is good within a frame. Okay? They've got a daily, weekly frame. They like to work within systems. He could be independent. He could work as a hired hand, but he gets up early in the morning. Yes, early in the morning. That's a key thing. He's up early in the morning. He's got a schedule.
I'm not reliable if it's the stuff that I'm not getting early in the morning.
I'm not worried. Couple of kids and you'll wake up early. Okay? He gets up early in the morning. He's got a weekly schedule. He's got a daily schedule. He keeps to it. He does things. He's persistent. He's persistent. He goes out and achieves the things he needs and wants. That's just the basic. From there you get started. Now the dating process starts. But somebody who's persistent, somebody who works within frames. Another tip is to look for somebody who's looking for self-growth. For example, anyone going to any of these type of lectures is a potential somebody. That was, by the way, our second or third date with my wife. Took her to one of these things, check her reaction. She loved the idea of self-growth and knowledge. Excellent, there's something to work with here. Okay? They don't have to like the lecturer. And they can disagree with him, but they like the idea. These are two concepts, these are two ideas just to get the ball rolling.
So persistence.
Mm-hmm. Working within a frame.
And working without a frame, it's persistence, right?
Not only,
It's
also.
and personal growth.
That's right.
All right.
Pleasure.
How you combine between the fun and all the things that you say that they have to be in the first and second date, and what you said about tell about yourself, put yourself on the table. I mean, if I'm talking with him about, I don't know, going to a tour with what he did to me or so, I can say things on me, but it's not.
You know how you drive a stick shift? Driving a stick shift rather than an automatic. How do you do it? You press on, your foot is on the clutch, you press on the gas pedal, and you slowly let go of the clutch as you push more and more on the gas pedal. That's exactly what you do. You go with maximum fun, and then you bring in deep conversation slowly and gently, and now you're driving. It's exactly how you do it. Smooth and easy, no rush. As far as I'm concerned, if you come back and tell me we had 2 dates, we talked about nothing deep, nothing serious, but we had a lot of fun just to break the ice, personal fun, not fun watching something else. We enjoyed each other's humor, we talked, we laughed, we shared experiences. Okay, I told him about my trips, he told me about his hobbies. Excellent, not a problem. 3rd date, starting the deeper conversations, you're gonna make it happen. It comes natural. Once the ice breaks, it becomes natural to share yourself.
About attraction. You see it's only on the first date, or
What?
if in the first date there is no attraction?
0?
Is it minus?
Minus. No, I don't measure it on the first date.
You don't.
No, because I measure it on the 3rd date. Some people are like dry red wine. It's an acquired taste. It takes a while to get used to them. Once you get used to them, you see the beauty within them. Not everybody is beauty at first sight. Some of them are an acquired taste. First date, second date, 3rd date, see them laugh, see them enjoying themselves. Let them compliment you. You'll start seeing the beauty within them. If you don't see the beauty within them, then we'll talk. But it's extremely rare. I mean, sitting across a decent-looking human being for 3 dates and not being able to see the beauty within them, we need to talk. And that's a private meeting. Okay, because something in the mechanism there is wrong. You understand the idea? I mean, how can you not? Everybody's got some kind of beauty within them. How can you not see anything? It's near impossible.
So you go to 3 dates with everyone? Everyone you meet, you go at least 3 dates?
Yes, unless there is something essentially in the connection not there. For example, if they don't want to get married. They're not, for example, I wish to build a certain type of lifestyle and they're off the bat are not even interested. What's the point of going on a 3rd date? They're not going to change their mind. But looks grow on you. Sedar? We're good? Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We had a wonderful time. Don't let other people know, but I love the small groups. We actually get to talk. This is better. Laila Tov, thank you so much.